So there's a huge discussion about ethics and AI, and I want to caution a little bit. So a couple things. First of all, every technology has changed society. Electricity itself changed society a lot. What makes AI right now sort of dangerous is the fast pace, okay? So we usually have a process called technical diffusion. Technical diffusion is the process of how long does it take for technology to sink into society. I'm giving you an example. Everybody has light bulbs at this time, right? So light bulbs, however, 200 years ago were not, the norm, obviously, right? They were something new. So now everybody has light bulbs, so technical diffusion is finished. We don't even talk about that anymore. Of course, our light is electric, right? And if not, you bring a battery, okay? So AI obviously is not there. At this point, we are at the beginning of some technical diffusion. So this is going to happen. So when we think about ethics, though, we do have to think a couple things. First of all, I would say we should never have AI make the actual decision, okay? So we in society have really strict rules on who makes decisions, if you think about it. In a company, the CEO makes the decision, or the board, like very selected people that are carefully selected, they make the decisions, right? In government, we elect our people to make the decisions. So we have very clear processes. We know decision making should be restricted to only selected people. What this means is, should we have AI just make decisions? No, obviously not, right? So the final decision should be with a human, and it should basically, that's number one. However, the problem is, if the final decision is with a human, but the only influence of the decision is AI, that's also not good, right? So what we should do is we should say, the final decision is with the human, and AI needs to be replaceable with a human. What it means is that if the AI wasn't there, the decision could still be made by other factors. The AI is just a helper for that decision. So the point is, yes, there's going to be replacement of work, and at the same time there's going to be new chances, like with any other technology. But I think for this particular technology, just like electricity can kill you, so we should isolate everything and not use it, in wet. We need to be careful with this. With this technology, I think we need to make sure that we know the limits. We definitely don't have AI make decisions, and that we sort of use it in the right way. And what the right way is will be determined. And I think the technical diffusion process will figure out for us what this means. But it's extremely important to not be dependent on it. And I'm giving you a negative example. In the US, we are dependent on the credit score. Well, that is not deemed an AI. It's a problem. It was meant in a really nice way, because before the credit score, all kinds of factors mattered that shouldn't matter in the decision. There was probably, for example, there were race in there and so on. Now it's really just credit score. But the problem with credit score, it's done completely, nobody knows the algorithm. It may as well just be AI. And if your credit score is just below a certain limit, you don't get credit. So people now start to optimize towards that credit score. Their lives start to optimize toward that credit score. And then we have to be very careful, because we don't want AI to govern our lives. No. We need to still be in charge of the tools we create, right, as humans. And that is, I think, the ground sort of bad feeling that we all have when we think about AI. And that's relevant, and we should think about it, but we should think about it in a very objective way, and less being driven by fear or panic or hype, right? It should just be very objective. And if we think about it objectively, there's a lot of things in place already in society, for example, to limit who can make a decision.